Hello everybody, I'm Michael, and today I'll be making another movie tier list video, but this time instead of Star Wars, I'm going to be doing all 22 of the MCU Marvel movies. Since Endgame came out, I just thought it was kind of a good time to do this, since we have all of the first wave, I guess if you want to call it that, of the Avengers movies, and all the kind of origin and solo movies have all come out. So I think now would be a pretty good time to do it before they start introducing more new characters and the kind of new iteration of the Avengers that I'm sure will be coming out soon. Once again, I'm not really doing this in any kind of specific order. I'm not doing it based on when they came out or when they happened in the world. I'm just kind of going to go off. If I see a movie and I want to rate it, I'm just going to do that one and then move on to the next. So don't think if I rate Avengers first that Thor's going to be best or something, because that was the last one. I don't know, but I'm just gonna do these in random order because I think that's probably the best way here. So let's go ahead and start. I am going to go ahead and start off with Avengers here, though. I think Avengers, I'm gonna put that in the good section. There was a few more sections, but I thought some of them kind of didn't really make sense, so I deleted those. But here we go. Hulk, I'm going to put in the not okay because it's still technically in the MCU, but it wasn't the same actor and the plot was a little bit weird. Here we have Captain America. I'm going to also put that at good. I thought it was a pretty good movie. It's definitely underrated. I just bought it again the other day on Amazon. Definitely glad that I did. I really enjoyed watching it again, and I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. Iron Man 2, I am also going to put in the good category. I think the kind of virus thing that he has throughout the movie, just dealing with that and also being a superhero, is a pretty interesting kind of plot. And I really like the villain. Whiplash is definitely one of my favorite MCU villains. Alright, Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm going to put at likable. I definitely think that these three were better than it, but I really did enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp. Iron Man 1 definitely needs to go up there. It's what kind of started the whole MCU and all of the movies that came afterwards. Plus, it was just a fantastic movie. Doctor Strange, I'm going to put it good. I thought it was a really interesting movie. I liked all the kind of Asian and different places like that. And I really thought that his powers are really cool and just kind of his origin story was really neat to me. Thor, I'm going to put it likable. I just never really got into the Thor movies. I really did like Ragnarok, but it just seemed really slow to me. I have rewatched all these movies in the past month or so just because I wanted to get ready for Endgame, and I really just wasn't a huge fan, but I really did enjoy it still. Next, we're going to do Thor Dark World. That's definitely going under not okay. The plot was really kind of confusing for me the first time I saw it, and I watched it again and it made a little bit more sense, but then I also kind of realized that there just wasn't a huge plot to go off of anyway. Iron Man 3, I'm going to put at likable. I think it was good, but just not as good as Iron Man 2. I really did like the whole terrorist kind of plot, especially since just kind of that was relevant at the time. Next, Spider-Man Homecoming, we're going to put that under good too, because I really thought that that was a great movie, just very interesting. I really liked seeing a Spider-Man movie that wasn't an origin story. The first Ant-Man, I'm also going to put it good, just because I really like Paul Rudd as an actor, and I thought that the whole backstory with the yellow jacket and everything was really interesting, and I really thought that that was just a very good movie. Next up, we have Thor Ragnarok. I'm going to also put that at best. I thought that that was just probably one of the best balances between comedy and action and romance and everything that you could ever want in a movie. I really thought that they did a great job with Thor Ragnarok. Civil War, I'm also going to put up at best. That was probably one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time, just because I couldn't believe that they put all the heroes against each other, and that was just weird for me to see. And that big fight between Captain America and Iron Man at the end, where they do that like slow shot of the lasers deflecting off of Captain America's shield, is probably one of my favorite movie scenes in general of all time, but overall just a great movie. First Guardians of the Galaxy movie is going up in best tier, of course, just because of how great it was. I love Chris Pratt as an actor. He's probably my overall favorite actor. I thought that the plot was really good. All the villains were good. I really liked Ronan. I wish they would have done a little bit more with him other than him just getting destroyed in that one movie. But I'm glad that they did bring him back a little bit in Captain Marvel. And speaking of Captain Marvel, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put that under likable. The only reason I'm putting it in there is just because the plot was a little bit weird. I enjoyed the plot, but I think they could have explained it a little bit better. But overall, I thought it was an alright movie. Next, we have Age of Ultron. I'm going to put that in the good category. I thought it was a good movie, just like it's in the category of, but I thought there were a couple things that they could have done better. I really liked the Ultron villain just because he was definitely that kind of creepy, dark villain that we all wanted in a Marvel movie, and I thought it was a very good movie. Guardians 2, I'm going to put under good as well. I thought that it was just not as good as the first one. It was almost as good, but I thought they just kind of missed out on a few things, but overall it was a great movie. Here we have Endgame. Actually, I might save that for last. I think I'm going to put Black Panther down here at not okay. I thought it was an alright movie, but I definitely was more interested in the villain and kind of the Claw and Killmonger than I was in any of the hero. And I just got really confused because they did all the ritual combat stuff and Black Panther just lost, and then everybody was upset that he lost fair and square, just kind of confused by that more than anything. But I definitely thought it was alright, but definitely not better than anything above it. Next we have Winter Soldier, which is going up top. That was probably, when the first time I saw that, I was a little bit younger, and I was definitely pretty scared of that movie. Like, it was the closest thing at that point that I'd ever come to a horror movie or anything. So it definitely scared me, and I still remember that every time I watch it, and just the emotional response I had the first time I watched it, and just how great that movie is. Alright, this is where it might get a little bit controversial, because I'm going to put Infinity War right here, under good. I thought it was a great movie. It just kind of did amazing things, but then it kind of fell short, at least to me, just towards the end. I wish they would have made it a little bit longer and done some more kind of showing the repercussions of Thanos' snap. And finally, I'm of course going to put Endgame at best, because it was just such a fantastic movie. Some people say it was a little bit long, but I think if it was any shorter that they wouldn't have been able to capture everything that they did. I thought that they did it perfectly, just how they did it. That 3 hours was perfect for me to get all the plot and just kind of get all the emotional build up towards that final scene. Not gonna spoil or talk about anything more about that, just because I don't want to spoil it if somebody's watching. So here's the finished tier list. Some of these could change depending on the day, maybe moving Guardians up or down, probably up, but overall I think this is probably the best that I could come up with. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as comment any questions or anything you may have, or share your own tier list or which one of these you disagree with in the comments down below, and I'll see you later.